When I was 15, I used to like record My Boo, that song, Usher and Alicia Keys. And I figured out a way how to mute Alicia's part. I don't know how, but I would like record myself singing the song.
No.
So
did you tell Usher you did that? Did you tell him?
No. I will never tell him that.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Emily Curl with iHeartRadio, and today we're joined by singer and songwriter Yuna. Hi Yuna.
Hi.
First off, let's talk about this setup. I love these like vibey lights in the back, the microphone, the guitar, the Chanel bag. I mean, this is a whole mood right now.
Thanks. I tried. I mean, like this has been like my world practically like in the last 6 months. Like when you see me anywhere, like for interviews, this is the same. Oh, Yuna lives in this space right now.
This is the same setup.
Yeah.
Well, it's important in quarantine. I feel like you have to have a spot that you can still be creative, that you can still feel like you're in an environment where you can make good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I'm a homebody anyways, like I love staying home. I mean, I like traveling, but I don't know. I guess like I've grown out of it a little bit, like you just get like, I just want to stay at home. So I was really happy that I get to kind of just like spend more time, like redecorating the house and, like creating my own like space, my creative space, like my, recording stuff here. So yeah.
You've been busy in quarantine releasing some new music, including your new song Invisible, which I love. Tell us a little bit about this song.
Thank you so much. Well, I wrote this song during quarantine, so it was probably I've been at home for maybe like 2 months, I think, like around 2 months, like not going out. Probably I went out just to get some sun, but that's it. So like writing has been kind of like you put off the writing bit, when you're a singer-songwriter. When you go through this, you're just like, okay, well, I guess we'll just relax. And then 2 weeks pass and just like, oh, I guess we'll just relax some more. And 2 months later, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I need to kind of just like set up a studio and
like, I'm very relaxed at this point.
Very relaxed. We got to do something productive. So I just like tried writing, but it was just kind of like difficult, like I guess it's just like this whole thing of just like uncertainty, like, okay, where do we go after this, like as a singer-songwriter, as an artist, like how do you promote the song, how are you gonna tour and all these things, so I actually got the idea to write Invisible actually from covering another song. So I was just like messing around with my ukulele, and it's just like, you know what? I can actually write another song that's like way better. Maybe like change this. It's just like something.
I love that energy.
Like, you're just like, no, this chord progression is kind of weird. I mean, it's better if we go this way. Oh, that sounds so cool. But I'm like, I'm not about to like share this with the world, like I'm not going to cover another song when sharing my new chord progression. So I'm just going to write my own song. So that's pretty much how I got the idea. And I just, like wanted to write something about like my childhood, since like I'm back home with my parents. The last time I've lived with them was probably in high school, like after high school I went to college, and then like I moved to LA. So this is like the first time where I'm just like back home, like I wake up and my mom and dad is downstairs and just being mom and dad, and so it's kind of nice, just to write about something, reminiscing like the days when I used to go to school and just like crush on someone, like being in love with someone who doesn't even know that I exist, and so I thought it was kind of funny to write something about that. So
I want to talk about your Instagram in a second because it's such a vibe and I want to know how you stay creative and challenge yourself. But for a second, I want to go back. You have one post that I love, and it's a quote that says, "Every artist was first an amateur." If you could go back in time when you recorded your first song, what do you think that person would think of you now? Definitely cleaner, more organized.
I think she would freak out. I think she would be like super scared of like the future. I think my younger self, like I was scared of everything. But at the same time, I was kind of like chill, like, okay, well, I'm down to do this. At the same time, I think too much about like what will people say. I think like the way I grew up in a very like small community, like a Malay Muslim community, so it's like everybody knows everybody, and it's like we're very family oriented, and it's like the aunties and the uncles will always have something to say, so but as I grow older, it's like it's easy to see that, oh, like, well, they understand me, they know me, so I can pretty much just be creative and they will get it, because they're family, they know me. So I think my younger self would probably freak out. I mean, like being in the same studio with Pharrell and like having a song with Usher. When I was 15, I used to like record My Boo, that song, Usher and Alicia Keys, and I figured out a way how to mute Alicia's part. I don't know how. But I would like record myself singing the song.
No. So did you tell Usher you did that? Did you tell him?
No. I will never tell him that.
So, I hope he sees this interview, and I hope he can hear this story.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah. So,
what does your family say now? Like your aunties and uncles, are they so happy for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. They're always super sweet and super supportive. Like I think like I'm one of the first, or maybe like the first Malaysian to really go out there and like do something like that, like collaborate with such a huge artist. And I think I see that as a job because I've lived in LA for a long time, but when I come back and it's like, of course I get also super excited about the new stuff that I put out, or like the new collaborations, or I have a song with like this artist or that artist, and but sometimes I just like forget, so when I'm back here and I meet like people and you're like, I can't believe you have a song with Tyler, and for my mom and my dad, it's just Pharrell and Usher, and that's like the top of the list for them, and everyone else, they're like, man. Who's Tyler again? Tyler.
You're like, y'all, come on.
I know, but now they know, so, but yeah, no, they're super excited about my musical journey, and they should be, because they were the ones who really pushed me to be the person, the artist that I am today, so yeah.
Now, I want to talk about your collaborations for a minute. I know we kind of touched on it, but you've also worked with, like you mentioned, Tyler, the Creator, G-Eazy, J Park, and of course, Usher. Do you have a favorite collaboration story?
Let's see. Favorite collaboration story. I think like the best story to tell is always the Tyler story, So I had Castaway. Eventually, we did like get him on the record. So it was really exciting for me. But before that, like I have the song and it's like, it's missing something. And in my head, it's like my goal was just like, I really need to have Tyler on the song. He would be perfect on the song. Like I can't imagine anybody else being on the song. And we tried for a couple of months, but I think he was super busy. He kept Igor under wraps for a long time, so we didn't know he was working on a new album. So it's like, okay, well, maybe he's busy, like he didn't get back to us. Okay, fine, whatever. So I remember packing one day. So I, kind of like clean the house, pack my bags, and just like 3 p.m. You know what? I'm gonna go down 3rd Street and get a cup of coffee. And I drove and I parked my car and I came out, and then someone on the street was just like yelling randomly, like, Tyler! And I'm like, what? And there he was, just walking down the street. It's just like, what? And this is me. It's just been not stressing out, it's just like, oh, I really want him to be on this track, but if if we can't get him, then it's fine. But I feel like I've just put that out into the universe and just like
manifesting it, baby. That was meant to happen.
Manifesting it. I was just like, I can't believe he's just in front of me right now. I'm just gonna walk up to him and ask him, so so I did that. And
no, you did not. You walked up to him.
Oh yeah, but like we met a couple of times, so he knows that I was working on an album. So he's like, hey, what's up? So, and the rest is history, so it's just like, okay, so I have this song, I'm gonna send it to you right now, so check your
so I know that you have it.
So yeah, but he's super
Yuna, that's
sweet,
amazing. That's so funny.
So that's my favorite story.
Now, with 2020 being the year that it is, crazy and challenging in many ways, what has been the thing that's keeping you hopeful throughout this time?
Just being with family. I think like I've been out here for like maybe 5-6 months, and until it's safe to travel again, and it's also like a personal choice. I think like it's good to take a break for a minute. So I think just continuing being creative, and it doesn't matter, like for me, like making an album is not a priority right now. It's like 2020 is a year where you have a lot to learn, and you kind of like realize a lot of things about yourself. You're just like, oh wow, like there's a lot of things about myself that I feel like I can improve, like, okay, let's be more aware of what's happening around you, and all these things, so for me, staying positive and staying creative, and just over here I like to kind of just like help out people like randomly, it drives my manager crazy. So I was just like, I'm just out here building websites for like local businesses. So I love coding, like HTML. Like I love building websites, and that's what I'm doing for people, for other people.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wait, did you build your own website, by the way?
Oh yeah, I did.
It's so good. I noticed it yesterday because I was looking over it, and it felt so personal. So that's so interesting to hear, because I was reading it and I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm kind of reading Yuna's diary. Singer, songwriter, web designer, musician. Are you kidding me, Yuna? That's amazing.
I just spent so much time in front of the laptop, so I love it. And it's fun, and for me, just keep on like doing what you're good at and not giving up. 2020 is definitely a year, like a tough year, but you just have to keep on like surviving, keep on swimming. So
yeah. And I know you mentioned that you're not, an album's not a priority right now, but can we expect new music from you this year?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think like, like I finally got back into a momentum of like writing and recording, and it takes a while because I haven't been back here for a long time. So I'm just so used to, in LA, like I have my people, I have my studio, and I have, friends who I can create with, so over here is just like a little bit like, okay, like who can I like connect with like creatively, and where can I go to record, or where can I go to create, where can I go to be by myself and like write songs. So all of those things, like I kind of just like had to figure that out, but now I'm finally getting a hang of it, and slowly but surely, so hopefully new music will be out soon. Yeah.
Well, we are excited for that. Yuna, thank you so much for being here. This was so wonderful to talk with you.
Thank you. You too.
I love this. Thank you so much again. And hopefully next year we'll see you at our iHeart studios in person.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to stream Yuna's new song, Invisible String, out now on iHeartRadio. We'll see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.